Stand back, señorita.
What for? What are you doing?
Why, Alice, I'm sending you through the looking glass. By the time you go to sleep tonight, your world will have changed.
So let us explore more of this dreamland. Okay, old sailor in sitting on a treasure chest.
It's a quaint, old-fashioned treasure chest. I wonder if there's anything exciting inside it, like doubloons or whatever they're called.
Doubloons.
It's an old treasure chest. The old man and the, ocean? Looks like a lifetime at sea has left its tracks on him.
You might want to consider waiting till you be out of earshot before you badmouth me.
I didn't try to badmouth you.
Looks like a lifetime at sea has left its tracks on him.
Better a lifetime at sea than a day in a dress and a brassiere.
Brazil. Hello, old sailor. Barge. Have to be looking into that
Hello, old
too.
man.
I got me no treasure, and I got me no map of no buried treasure. I just be an old sailor with no ship, so leave us be.
Can I chat? Ah, no. Okay. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Mending nets, of course. What'd it look like I be doing?
Oh, I don't
I'm not well
know.
versed in maritime customs.
Mar what? Ah, yous mean sea life, do you not? Ah, the smell of the salty sea, the lapping of waves on your ship, the spray of cold water on your face, plump maidens in every part. Aye, I tell yous, I be having stories about the sea.
Stories about the sea. Care to share some of your maritime stories with me?
Care to share some of your maritime stories with me?
Mar what? Ah, tales of the sea, right? Sure, sweetie, I be happy to. Now, what stories be I wanted to hear then?
Any tale of your exciting adventures will do.
Any tale of your exciting adventures will do.
I be having plenty of tales to tell. There be the tale of me adventures in the Baksheevan Empire, if you'd be interested. It'd be a tale of grand romance, just up your alley, be sure of it.
Sure, that sounds like a fine story.
Sure, that sounds like a fine story.
Aye. It be near on 50 years ago that I was a mate on a sturdy old lady called the Three-Legged Whore.
The what?
What do I be saying? She was called the Thrifty Horse, she was. Aye, that be her name. The Whistle Whatsit.
You don't remember the ship's name, do you?
Anyways, I be a young mate then, and we be anchored in Monterva, the grand western port of the once glorious Baksheevan Empire. I be having ship leave until the following evening, and it be me first visit to that exotic and dangerous port. So I sets out to have a look around. Now, bear in mind that Monterva be ruled by a mock, like all large Baksheevan cities. In principle, the mock be having to report to and pay half of all taxes to the emperor in Port Altaban. But with the Baksheevan Empire having all but crumbled into pieces, the provinces do be having the power to do pretty much as they be wanting. And so I sets out on me own that day to explore the city. Now, bear in mind that all the cities of the Southlands,
Ooh. Movie?
and that be me adventures in the once glorious empire of Bakshiva. And that be how I meet me bird. How I seduce and romance the mock's daughter. How I be chased from Monterba by the mock's soldiers. And how I be the first man to walk across the desert of Shangagriel, the wastelands. And how I be getting this awful rash on.
Of course.
Girl, you do not be sleeping, do you?
No. Not at all.
What? What? Sleeping? No. Just concentrating really hard.
Arr.
I'm sorry.
Good story, though. Solid material. Ever considered doing a book?
Aye, but the agents in Arcadia be bloodthirsty vampires with no thought but to milk your life's blood.
Oh, so they take an outrageous commission, then?
No, they actually be bloodthirsty vampires with a penchant for biting your neck when you ain't be looking.
That's kind of bad. Huh. A real vampire is not just other sort of vampire, so to speak. So, what do you got in that chest?
What have you got in that chest?
Just
What
asking.
chest?
The one you're sitting on.
Oh, that be no chest, girl. That be me stool. Aye, me stool, carved into the uncanny likeness of a chest.
That's
But what's in it?
No priceless treasure, that be for sure. Nothing at all. It be empty.
no, really. What's in the chest? I'm interested to know.
No, really. What's in the chest?
Oh, live snakes. Aye, snakes that'll bite your face off before you have time to jump. Better leave them be, then.
I don't believe you. I'm still curious about that chest.
I'm still curious about that chest.
Right. I be telling yous, curse the balance, girl. You never give up, do you?
Yep.
I be having no real treasure in here, like I told ye. But it be where I keep me personal articles and things I be picking up now and then on me travels. And me bed, it's where I be keeping me bed before I be losing him. I be a stupid old man. He be my best friend. I ain't nobody else around to talk to, you see, on account of him being a talking bird.
Okay. What happened to your talking bird?
What happened to your talking bird?
I be cheated out of him. Aye, that cups handler on the marketplace be cheating me in a full game of cups, and I be having to give me bird up to try to win me money back.
And what happened?
He be taking me bird when I be choosing the wrong cup. Aye, my best friend taken from me. Cursed be the balance. I be all lonesome now. The worst part is that me bird is now a prize to be won. A prize in the cups game. Beat the handler thrice and you win a prize of your choice, me poor bird.
What's your bird's name?
Bird.
Bird?
Oh,
It's bird. I'd love to hear some other story though, before I leave.
I'd love to hear some more maritime stories.
Sure, sweetie, I be happy to. What story you be wanting to hear now?
Any tale will do.
Any tale of your exciting adventures will do.
You want more? Damn be me wooden left ankle. I be having a great old tale to tell yous about how I be coming to have me wooden pecker. It all began...
You know what? On second thought, forget about it.
Okay, fine. I'd better get going.
I'd better get going.
I'll try to get your
Ah,
bird
yous
back.
young'uns all be always running round. Everything be so important. Yous be having no time to sit down and take a breath. So go. Be not wasting your time here with me.
I don't know. That was fun. Besides, I can try to get your bird back. I hope. Anyways,
I wouldn't feel too comfortable about sailing anywhere in that. It's like a toy boat for children. I wouldn't feel too comfortable about...
so how do I get somewhere else? Big boat. Okay, this way I get to the big boat.
assorted cargo.
And then a man walking about boat.
It's a small ship or boat. I don't know the difference. Is there a difference?
I'm not actually sure. Sailor.
Judging by his ungainly stance, I'd say he's a mariner pining for the sea.
Hello.
Ahoy there, matey!
Pardon?
Isn't that how you sailors greet each other?
No.
No.
What do you say then?
Usually, hello. And if it's sunny, nice day for it. We might even try a how are you today then, if we're feeling adventurous. But never, ever, ahoy.
Ahoy.
This is valuable information.
Very.
Aye, matey, that it be.
Aye, matey. Why aren't you at the sea?
Why aren't you out at sea?
Do you see the sail on that barge over there?
Yes.
Is it flapping?
What?
No.
Is it flapping? Is the sail flapping in the wind?
No.
No.
And why is that then?
There's no wind.
Because it's not windy?
Exactly.
Well, can't you just use oars or something?
Oh, what an excellent idea. Now, why didn't we think of that? Of course. Oars! By Jaw's stunted left arm, that's it. Why have we been moored to the dock for a month with our merchandise dropping in value when we could have just rowed our way to Guienne?
Are you being sarcastic?
Sarcastic? Me? What in Jaw's name makes you think that?
Well, how's long it's been since the last wind?
How long's it been since the last wind?
Near a month. Ever since that accursed alchemist put some kind of spell on the wind. The Moja'll be cursed if I know why. But it's a bloody catastrophe. I've sent some good people of mine up north to deal with him, but not one has returned. Now the Areed High Council speak of sending an entire army platoon to sort him out. But I'm afraid that just might piss him off.
Was the alchemist in a tower? Who's this alchemist who cast a spell on the wind?
Who's this alchemist who cast a spell on the wind?
I believe his name is Clax. Roper Clax. Lives in a bloody rock somewhere up north, beyond Riverwood.
Thanks for the chat.
Riverwood.
Aye.
Aye, matey. Aye, aye.
It's a small ship.
Or a boat. Because it's Reed's boat. Okay, well, I guess that's about it from that small pier. No, city. No, city. Well, how to win back a little birdie. Little birdie who is called a bird. Very original name, very. He should be making lots of books, for sure. With those sort of original names and all. Let's see. Dogs, lobster merchant. It wasn't.
She's selling a variety of fresh fish. He's selling a variety of fresh shellfish and other, delicacies. I'm not in the market for an instrument at this particular moment.
Okay, fine.
Still, good to know where to get one in case of, the walls look ancient. Arcadia must be at least as old as anything back in the real, in my world.
The real world.
Ancient walls.
Yes, it is indeed. Looks very nice and pretty ancient walls. City gates, I guess, maybe. Don't think there was anything specifically in there. Pier, city gates, marketplace. But marketplace is just this one. So, is there any other directions I could go into?
Nice fountain.
And where is stalls? Okay. Sometimes a little bit hard to see exactly how to enter some specific thing, but... Oh, there. This has to be a bird. Well, it's a bird, but...
What a sorry-looking bird.
Hey, you don't look too polished yourself, lady.
Oops, I didn't know you could talk.
Didn't look as if you could talk either.
It's a talking bird.
It's the bird, I'm sure. That's
In a world without the screen, that's what passes for entertainment. And it's pretty darn good. My intuition tells me
Maps!
that he sells maps.
Whoa.
That's a particularly sleazy-looking merchant. I wonder what he's selling.
If I'm gonna be trying to gambling against him, I think I should save. Let's see if we don't even have something that we can try to gamble
Want to
with.
test your skill and perception with a game of cups? There are prizes to be won!
Yes. What can I... How do I play? Let's just make sure.
How do I play?
You put your coin down on the table. I put a cup on top of it and shuffled it around with the other two cups. And all you have to do is guess which one hides your coin. And remember, no magic used, and none allowed. This amulet right here will light up if you use magic. Then you'll be banned. For life!
What can I win?
What can I win?
Well, there's coin, of course. Double your bet or choose from a wide variety of exotic prizes. Like this antique Domari canter from Guyenne. A superb replica of Mount Tyranny cast in pure solid iron. A magic walnut from the once glorious island kingdom of Anciel. And this, unique bird.
Get me out of here!
Keep your beak shut, you scraggly piece of... And he talks! Great for feasts and for the amusement of infants. He's our top prize, a real keeper.
Real keeper. I'm kind of broke though, aren't I? Or in this currency anyways. Mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Time is money, so make it quick.
What do you know about Vestrum Tobias, the priest, I think?
What do you know about Vestrum Tobias?
Vestron Tobias, eh? The high priest of the Sentinel himself. Did you know they call themselves the Fathers? It's a joke. When was the last time they did anything for us, the people? No. They are only interested in sticking with their outdated customs and keeping their secrets under lock. I'm getting more and more inclined to listen to these new people, the Vanguard. Their ideas appeal to me. They may be radical, but we're past due for a change. Only thing I don't wholly approve of is their alliance with the Tyrant. Filthy, dangerous people. But the Vanguard seem to have them under control, so I'm not too worried. I wish they wouldn't allow them into the city, though.
If you say so, how do you get along with your neighbors?
How do you get along with your neighbor?
The maps merchant? We've faced each other for 6 years now, every single day, and he never speaks a word to me except to insult me. Nose high in the sky, calls me a charlatan, as if he's the guardian himself. You know, good oversized bag of wind?
Do you know anything about Stark?
Do you know anything about Stark?
Not much. I'm not too sure if I even believe in the place. I mean, you hear the stories and you read the books. Well, I don't, but some do. A place where there's no magic, only science? Sounds like a bloody paradise, doesn't it? I mean, with my, skills, I could make a killing in a place like that.
Your skills, uh-huh. Yeah, well, I kinda know the place, so, what's Arcadia like?
What's Arcadia like?
What a queer question that is. What's the world like? It's big, for one, and too expensive. And they should ban Dalmari women from gambling because I swear, they have a second sight.
Thanks.
Now, how about a game of cups?
I think I'm broke. Sorry, but I'm broke.
Sorry, but I'm broke.
May the balance bring coin to your pocket, young lady, so that you may return to me and invest it in a game of cups.
Invest, yeah, right, yes. Got any money? Do you wanna buy anything from me?
It's the maps merchant.
Maps, I got maps. Can I interest you in a map, miss? Top-notch, hand-drawn in quality ink by skilled sunwriters. Ain't no better in all the Northlands.
How much are your maps?
How much are your maps?
That depends, miss. I got a very nice one here of the border mountains for only 6 arons, fresh from the quill of a sunwriter. Maps, get your maps here.
Get your maps here. Do you sell maps of the city?
Do you sell maps of the city?
Can't help you there, miss. The Guild of Tourism has monopoly on
Guild of
city maps.
Tourism.
I can tell you're not from around here, or you'd know that.
Yeah.
Got tons of maps of all the Northlands, though, from the city of Tyran to the Bay of Fire. Maps!
Maps! Where can I find the Guild of Tourism?
Where can I find the Guild of Tourism?
They're closed for the holidays.
Sure, that makes sense.
Yeah. So, mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Yes, maps?
Yes, maps. Do you know Western Tobias?
Do you know Vestrum Tobias?
Everyone knows Vestrum Tobias, girl. He's been an important part of this city for as long as I can remember.
What can you tell me about him?
The Vestrum is an honorable man, but a conservative one, and I don't know if he still has the best interests of the people at heart. Sometimes I think he worries too much about custom. The Sentinel have been our so-called protectors and keepers of the balance for so long we don't even think of it anymore. But now that the Vanguard are introducing a new way of thinking, new philosophies, I'm afraid the Sentinel will find their power diminished before too long. Their resistance to change will be their downfall. Mark my words, their downfall for certain. And Tobias, honorable man that he is, will be remembered as the captain who went down with his ship.
How do you get along with your neighbor?
How do you get along with your neighbors?
The Cup's handler? Stay away from him, miss. He takes great joy in robbing people's purses. You can't beat him, not without magic. And he doesn't allow magic at his table.
How would he know if I did use magic?
Oh, he's got one of those blasted talismans. They're always digging up magical artifacts in Shagagriel, and they sell them to dogs like him for a silver coin or two. Get a proper job, you son of a mole!
So what do you know about Stark that is apparently somehow the real world, or, well, our world?
What do you know about Stark?
Land of wonders, strange customs, and machinery. Ah, to be in Stark. I'd give my right leg. Well, perhaps not my right leg as such. You really need two sturdy legs to stand on in this business, or you'll find yourself... yes, a grand place indeed, free of this blasted, chaotic, unpredictable magic. Does no good to anyone. Now, machines built by man, controlled by man, in servitude of man. That's the future, isn't it? Yes, the Vanguard may be a little unorthodox in their methods and teachings, but they're right about one thing. Stark and Arcadia belong together, not apart.
I don't think Stark is really this our place, but or I don't know how those all things really connect to each other. What's Arcadia like?
What's Arcadia like?
What can I say about a whole world, girl? It's a beautiful place for sure, but we're stuck in the past. We don't look ahead, not like our cousins in Stark. Magic is all well and good, but it won't bring our world into the modern age, and Arcadia is untamed. It's wild and unpredictable. Good for the map business, sure, but not so good for productivity and expansion. No, some people may consider our world a paradise. The Sentinel, for one, they'd prefer to keep it just the way it is. Me, I'd like to see some changes, and fast.
Thanks for your help.
Maps!
Maps. Yeah, no, not today at least.
No maps for me today, thanks.
Fair enough, miss, but don't expect me to come running to your aid if you ever get lost in Riverwood. Without my maps, you'll probably end up a mole's dinner or worse. Maps!
To be continued with Kira Rusha in the longest journey.